Hey, good morning, YouTubers. We are out in Happy Valley, Oregon this morning. We've got 3 rooms downstairs, 3 rooms upstairs, stairway, hallway. Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna do our pet premium package just because it is obviously the most thorough carpet cleaning that we can possibly do. Again, with our CRB, it's already pre-vacuumed, so we're just gonna go in with our CRB, put down our pre-spray, agitate it into the carpets very well, get anything out of the carpets. I don't think that we're gonna find that much matted debris in there. Then we're going to go back with our steam cleaning. One thing to point out with the CRB, it does cause rapid soil suspension to occur. So when you put your product down and you agitate it in using the CRB, it detaches and breaks the bonds between dirt and all the soils and the carpet fibers that are basically sticking to each other like Velcro, and that's why when you go to vacuum it, all that dirt is still attached and stuck to the carpet, but with your cleaning solution, you're breaking those bonds apart. So when you go back with your steam cleaning, you can literally turn your PSI down to about 200 or so, and the analogy, Nick, if you're watching this video, I really like your analogy. If you put dish soap on a dirty dish, and let it sit there for a little while, you only need a tiny bit of water you basically just dip it into the sink basin or whatever, and it just washes all the debris off. If you don't use soap, you're needing to use a lot of hot water and scrubbing action. So because we are using our pre-spray and we're scrubbing it into the carpet, we're basically just doing like a little dip. We're using 200 psi water, and that strips all the debris and everything right off the carpets. We're using probably 60 to 75% less water, which allows the carpets to clean faster. We're not filling up our holding tank nearly as quickly. You can literally go through an entire day of cleaning without having to dump your truck at all, because you are greatly reducing the amount of water that you're using. So it's a win-win in both situations. I'm going to go ahead and grab our CRB and grab a few quick things and head on inside, and that'll be our job for today. Alright, so the chemistry that we're going to be using today is a peroxide-based solution due to kids and food droppings and all that sort of stuff. Peroxide is basically the best stuff that you can possibly use for neutralizing, sanitizing, and getting any organic matter out of the carpeting, such as spilled drinks and foods and whatnot. So, carpets are not extremely soiled at all by any means, so what we are going to do is our peroxide-based solution, pre-spray throughout the house, CRB for super soil suspension, and then we are going to use 200 psi on the water, and that, like I said before, it greatly reduces the water that we're going to use to clean these carpets by about 60 to 75%, which means that they're going to dry much quicker than if we were to pound them with the typical 600 psi that most companies use, because we're not needing to pound the carpets for soil suspension and all that stuff, because our CRB is doing that for us. So when I talk about combining chemistry with physics, that's exactly what I mean. Is use your high school education in your advantage, and it will do you great wonders. Of course, always have intent and purpose for everything that you do. Don't just haphazardly do something simply because you think you can get away with it, or you're looking for shortcuts. Always make sure that everything that you do actually makes sense. Balance that math equation out and make sure that everything works out for you, and your customer will love you and keep calling you back, because you are truly exhibiting the characteristics of a professional. So create that luxury carpet cleaning experience for your customer, and they'll call you back for life. For those of you watching this video, this is our counter-rotating brush machine. What it does, it has got a couple of brushes that spin underneath of it, and it uplifts and grooms the carpet. It's not like those rotary machines that crush and smash and twist and pull on your carpet. This actually, let me turn it over real quick. Turn it over too far, it's going to engage and start. But you can see those brushes, that brush, so they're spinning and actually uplifting on your carpet fibers. So that's the cleaning agitation that it gives for that pre-spray we just put down on all over the carpets. And the furniture I did not move at this time because I'm going to just use this for soil suspension agitation, and then when we do our steam cleaning, we will move furniture around because technically you don't get a whole lot of debris accumulation underneath furniture, but we do steam clean it to get it all cleaned up anyway. So that is going to be the action that we're going to take. We'll push under furniture pieces as much as we possibly can. Of course, we did the pre-treated the hallway, the bedroom. So we got a bedroom here with a walk-in closet. Pre-treated all that. Both sides of the bed. Hallway here and the bedroom here as well. Both sides of the bed. Removed the mirror. Made sure we pre-sprayed. You can see the indentation there along the wall. I'm going to pre-spray that. And again, we're doing as thorough as a job we possibly can so that max amount of soil suspension occurs. We are using physics and chemistry, physics and chemistry, physics and chemistry, and it works every time. We've got the truck turned on. We've got our hoses running up. We are using a stair hanger for the hose because you don't want to fight gravity or else your hoses will be slipping down the steps all day long. It is very, very annoying. Yes, I cleaned carpet for 5 years fighting that before I realized, oh, I could easily tie it off. So here's our steam clean. We're going to go ahead and get started here. We're just going to do a quick rinse through here. Carpets don't look dirty at all. That might be shoe polish, who knows, but our cleaning solution has done its job on it. Do a quick rinse in the carpet and throughout the bedrooms and the rest of the place. And then we are going to use our carpet rake over here to broom the carpets. It sets lines and allows airflow so it dries even faster. The average is about 10% faster. That's what the verdict is, I guess. So anyways, here we go. Here we've got the cleaned up back bedroom, steam cleaned, closet's done as well. Left the door open so it can dry in there. Brushed it out, raked. I like to get all the lines out of there just because that's me personally. I don't like leaving lines. Everybody does their own thing. One thing it does do is it helps to dry the carpets 10% faster, so that's another reason to rake your carpets when you get done. Bedroom all cleaned up and raked out. Same with the closet back there. I'm not going to walk back over it because I like it to look nice and pretty. Everything with purpose and intent. Right, as we're coming back down the hallway, we got that all brushed out. Ready to go. Same with the hallway here. Now just keep going along. This is the third room upstairs. We steam cleaned this and raked it all out. What we did is we did move the furniture. We kind of went around, but we were very, very, very light just to make sure it didn't get, saturated underneath. Because, like I said before, the CRB, we didn't really scrub it too much other than going around edges and getting as close to it as possible. Debris doesn't necessarily accumulate under furniture. Plus, you don't want the transfer of furniture stains or anything else getting onto the wet carpeting. So we are, other than putting plastic under everything, which we didn't, I was just very careful about how I was going about cleaning it and use the least amount of moisture as I possibly could. So this concludes the upstairs. Got the hallway all brushed out, cleaned, looking great. So now we're gonna head on downstairs, or I'll jump on to do the stairs next. This is still on here, so I gotta detach our hanger and get the hoses back downstairs. Okay, downstairs I mixed up some Evacuate Dirt Axe, which is a traffic lane cleaner, encapsulation style, pretty low pH, neutralizes, sanitizes, works excellent. But what I applied it on, you see this dark dinge along here, which is very common with couches. That's where everybody's feet go. So I'm giving this a try. I mix it up in here just because I'm only applying it on there just to give it a test to see what happens. So I applied it pretty generously, and now I'm going to take our CRB and go over it and take a look at what kind of results we get with it. Again, Dirt Axe, Evacuate. And just spread it on, and now we're going to groom it with our CRB. So looking at it again, we went over it and it looks much better. I mean, you can still see a little bit of slight grain in there, but I believe that as we let it sit a little bit, it'll just continue to emulsify and get better. But that was just the Dirt Axe by Evacuate, and it's, you know, it's almost completely gone. And all we did was, you know, use the Dirt Axe, our CRB, amazing. So next up is we will extract it with our hot water extraction, and it'll look awesome. Okay, so this is the front room area that all raked out and cleaned. We got that nice, nasty gray spot out of there. Got some chairs cleaned up. And then we got a few small area rugs out in the garage that we're going to do as well. And the Dirt Axe actually worked very well on that look there. You know, transition areas usually get hammered, and that looks pretty good. Rest of the room looks great. We had to go around the table, but we were able to use that chair. Couch we couldn't really do anything with, but we got probably 95% of the room. We got downpours outside, and our work is not done here for today. Whenever you're doing work at the customer's place, it's usually pretty unorganized, so I got a mess of my equipment in here, so it always makes it a little bit more awkward than doing them on, you know, at your location if you have like a area rug drop off or something like that you do. But here we got 3 kind of these shag rugs. Looks like there might be some dirt or something on here. So what we're going to do, we're going to vacuum front and back. Then we made up some more Dirt Axe. We'll treat it with Dirt Axe. We'll run our CRB. I'm not sure if these are going to be heavy enough to run a CRB on it. If they're not, and the CRB looks like it's eating it up, we'll just have to resort to a carpet rake, and then we'll hit it with the steam cleaner with the truck real quick, and that'll be good and clean. Generally, when you're doing them at your place and you're a little bit more organized, you can usually do a bit more thorough cleaning, because I would be brooming, you know, getting debris off the floor and, you know, trying to dump out as much debris from the carpet as possible. But obviously we can't do that here, so we're just going to do the best that we possibly can. Alright, so the area rugs, I elected just to do them on my location. So I packed them up and they're in the van. We're ready to go. So tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I got 4 area rugs to clean, and then I'll bring them back to location. Luckily for us, it's only about 3 miles from Homestead, so we'll get them cleaned up and looking really good. In fact, we'll be able to do a much more thorough job than if we were just to clean them here.